I get into here and they don't want to move their hands. So I'm going to place my arm around the far side and I'm going to start to feed over. And you see how I allowed my triceps and arms to kind of feed to the insides of his elbows. And it's not important that you wedge them in there, but I want the spacing to be appropriate so that they want to do that Gumby Escape. And I'm not a huge fan of the Gumby Escape, but my man Hoff here is, Aaron King is, there are a couple of people that like to invert. And so that we're on the same page, will you bend those legs up so that we understand what's going on? This escape right here. And when that happens to you, I usually get really angry with myself. I'm like, I can't believe that just happened. And so, but by moving the way that I am and keeping my triceps the way that I am, I'm inviting that pass. And there is a hard counter to that pass that is very easy, and all you do is you simply sit to reverse Keisakatami. As soon as you feel the legs start to come up, don't wait until the foot gets caught in at the hip, then it's too late. So I'm here, the arm came over, you see how I brought it all the way over, I came here. And what I'm looking for exactly, see how he starts to push on the hip, right? As he starts to do that, I just sit my hip out to the side. Now there's no way he's getting the leg in, and you can see that I have the arm isolated. I didn't even have to fish for it. This is ideal, right? If I can get the arm on the armpit, inside the armpit, or the hand in the armpit, great. We're gonna look at that in a second. For right now, I want the person to keep the hand nice and tight here. So remember, we did this last week. I'm gonna grab that far knee. I'm stepping over, but I'm keeping my hips and pelvis low to make sure that I pin that arm. That gives us the opportunity to start coming in for the Ezekiels and making it difficult for them to push on the hips and get into the game. So same move, but just a little bit different of an entry. There are a little bit less steps for this. I think you'll probably like this a little bit more. So I'm here. He's got his hands in the right place. He doesn't want to move. Arm over, he starts to push. I sit to reverse Geisa. You see the arm got trapped. That's amazing. Oh, good, he hit it. From here, grabbing, stepping, and over on top. You don't necessarily have to grapevine. I want to keep my hips nice and low though. And one of the ways that I can see if you have pressure on the arm is the relationship between the knee and the hip. If the knee is forward, then that space of the femur supports your weight. You don't want that. You want to make sure that the knee is back. They don't necessarily have to be grapevined, okay? But I do need to see the knee behind the hip. One more time. Let's look at a different angle. For instruction purposes, will you straighten your legs? Right on. So I'm here, excuse me, I'm here, arm comes over, he starts to push. I sit my hip through. I hit that arm. Control, step, pelvis is nice and low. Make sense, ladies and gentlemen? All right, let's get it. 1, 2.